Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Obviously, ever since the Pacific map update went live and we got Warzone Pacific introduced, we've seen a ton of updates. It seems like every other day at the latest, we're seeing a new update go live with weapon tuning, with various bug fixes. We've seen a lot of patches go live already, and surprisingly enough, while we have this whole Festive Fervor event going on and the holidays going on, we have stuff going on in game pretty much every single day to sort of coincide with that. And Raven has gone ahead and revealed the daily updates for the next about 2.5 weeks or so. Yes, you heard that right. We are getting gameplay changes and daily updates for 2 weeks plus straight. So as we go over it all today, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. Let's try and aim for 2,000 likes on this one. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, right around 57% of viewers are not subscribed yet, and we are getting super close to 800k. It'd be absolutely awesome if we could hit that before the end of the year. So if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in COD, this is the best place to be. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Now, as you can see here, we are on the Warzone Trello board, a familiar place for the channel here, but instead of just looking at like the regular global issues, the Caldera issues, the resolved issues and whatnot, we have a brand new tab here, the 20 days of Festive Fervor. Now, obviously, some of these days have already happened and they are in the past now. For instance, today when I'm recording this, it's the 20th. So as of today, we have Nice List, restock event on the third circle. So in every single match in the third circle, there's going to be that restock event for gameplay. Now, if we go through and we preview all of this, we can go all the way down, and through January 4th, we've got daily gameplay changes and daily updates, and a lot of these are pretty interesting. There's a couple of repeat ones, but also ones that I feel like maybe they're sort of testing to see if they want to implement that into further gameplays. So let's get into the breakdown day by day. Day 6 is going to be the 21st, and this is Elf-tastic. Elves drop durable gas masks and satchels. So obviously we have all the elves in game right now. You can constantly hear them laughing. If you go through and you take them out, you get the rewards. In this case, it'll be a durable gas mask and a satchel guaranteed. So if you're looking for some quick and easy loot and you hear an elf laughing, you pretty much can guarantee that for yourself there. Looking at day 7, this one is called Buyer's Remorse. Buyback is halved, so it seems like you're going to be able to pay less to get a buyback. Instead of the 4,000, it'll be 2,000, which is pretty interesting to see, considering a lot of the buy prices changed, especially like UAVs, for instance, now cost 6,000. Buy stations obviously have adapted a little bit with the update. Buybacks themselves still 4K, just like they were in Verdansk, but this will make things a little bit easier, and maybe a little bit easier to regain in general, especially late game later on into the match. Day 8, this is going to be on the 23rd to the 24th. Stocking Stuffer. Start with a gas mask. Now this one I feel like is a little bit interesting. It might promote a little bit slower gameplay around these zone finishes. Now, usually, you know, when a zone's closing in, especially if you're, if you're very strategic in game, shout out to Iceman Isaac, if you're working on the pinwheel rotation, a lot of these players could be rotating in extra late because they have that guaranteed mask. And obviously, if you make it late game, that's something you don't really have to worry about buying out of a station or, looting, picking it up off a body, whatever the case may be. So definitely an interesting change. They're making gameplay a little bit easier yet again. On the 24th, Christmas Eve, holiday hijinks. Precision air costs are halved, so airstrikes will cost less, but UAV costs are doubled. They gotta be trolling with this one. It's gonna cost $12,000 to get a UAV. It's gonna cost more to get a UAV in game than it's gonna cost to get a loadout in game. Only for the 24th, luckily. It's a good thing this is not a prolonged in-game event, because that'd be pretty brutal. But hey, on the 24th, gameplay is going to be looking a little bit different. The UAV spam is not going to be nearly as rough, although with the whole fire sale, that might make things a little bit easier. So definitely want to be paying attention for that in-game. But right away, if you're trying to play aggressive and you're a UAV spammer, you hop in your SUV or your berth or whatever and just gun it at red dots, the 24th is going to be a little bit interesting for you, to say the least. Moving on to Christmas. Day 10, Endless Cheer. If you keep winning in the gulag, you can keep coming back into the game. So this is basically mo gulag, mo problems. This is an LTM that we actually had back on April Fools. I loved it. I wish this was a thing more where, as so long as, like, it's pretty self-explanatory, you keep winning in the gulag, you get to keep coming back. If you die, you go back to the gulag again. If you win, you can keep coming back. So it's endless gulags until obviously the gulag closes. But this is a great way to keep the pace up and reward players who are consistent in the gulag. I love this. I'm very excited to try that out. I wish it was more than just on Christmas Day, though, because that's a super fun LTM. Day 11, this is going to be 26th, Eggnogged. Amped up after every kill. Now, they're not very specific with how they detail this. We obviously have the amped perk. Does this mean that we're going to just have like super fast weapon swap after every kill? Does that make amp completely obsolete? Or is this going to give us like a speed boost? That's what I'm thinking more so along the lines of, is that we get like that, like wolf, whatever it is, ability that we've had in previous LTMs where you get that super speed boost for a little bit of time. I'm thinking that's what that might be. Again, very interested to try this out because anything to speed up the pace of gameplay, I am all for. I thrive in the chaos. Moving on, day 12 on the 27th, we've got Fruitcake. Start the match with fully loaded, so you're not going to have to worry about necessarily looting a ton of ammo. This one's pretty basic. If you're using fully loaded on your loadouts, though, you might want to maybe swap that out for something else for this day alone. Could be worth looking into, but nothing crazy with this one. You just don't have to worry about ammo. You can sort of full send everything right off the rip. On the 28th, day 13, under the mistletoe, one missile hits supply choppers. This one's pretty niche because I don't really feel like I see supply choppers in game all that much. It's maybe happens 3 times max. Always a plane. Not a supply chopper, but a plane when I'm recording. I feel like I just don't see this event happen all that often, but if you do get it, you can one hit it with a missile and get those rewards very, very easily rather than, you know, unloading 2 or 3 clips into it instead. So definitely makes that a little bit easier if you're in that. Moving on from that though to day 14, the 29th, it's the holiday season. Guaranteed jailbreak every match on the 4th circle. I love this one because it's going to keep those lobbies alive. Now, if you're in the gulag waiting, you're going to get sent back. You know, if you're watching your teammates, you're getting sent back. You don't even have to be fully alive. So long as you're spectating, you're good. This is going to make lobbies very, very fun so long as you make it to the late game in that 4th circle. Very excited for this one as well. I think that one will be a really good time. So that's happening on the 29th. On the 30th, coming up on the end of the year, day 15, under the mistletoe yet again. So this is another repeat one hit supply choppers, so nothing too crazy going on with that one. On the 31st, New Year's Eve, we're looking at Endless Cheer. If you keep one in the gulag, you keep coming back into the game, so another repeat one there. Gonna be a fun time to experience that. Day 17, which is gonna be New Year's Day, January 1st, we've got Eggnog yet again, amped up after every kill, so I assume that speed boost when you end up getting kills. Day 18, January 2nd, is gonna be Regifted. When a player successfully attacks a player, they get plunder cash. So presumably if you go in and you knock a player, you elim that player, instead of dropping, you know, the, I think 16% or whatever the actual numbers are of the cash that they had on the ground, they're going to drop the equivalent of if they were playing in plunder, which obviously in plunder, you get absurd amounts of cash. So on this day, day 18, there's going to be a lot of UAV spam, a lot of, you know, loadouts being bought in, self-revives everywhere. The fire sale is going to be almost completely obsolete because so long as you're getting kills, you're going to have an abundance of cash. So that's going to make anything in the buy station way more obtainable all throughout the game. Looking at day 19, the second to last one, it's the holiday season yet again. This is going to be on January 3rd. Guaranteed jailbreak every match until the 4th circle, or on the 4th circle rather. So that'll be happening yet again. Very excited to see that. And then finally, to wrap things up, day 20 on January 4th, we're going to have Fruitcake yet again, start the match fully loaded. So from now all the way through January 4th and to the next title update, basically, in the next major update, we're going to have daily gameplay changes happening. Now, of course, these are all going to happen. We're also over time going to see some other updates added in because it's the holidays and a lot of the devs are on break. I wouldn't expect a ton of updates like what we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks, where it seems like it's every other day we're getting a new title update or a new playlist update that's changing some bug fixes, some weapons and whatnot. I think it'll slow down around Christmas, around New Year's, but then it'll pick back up again after these daily updates come to a close. But definitely expect gameplay to be a little bit different almost every single day here. A couple of things are a little bit more impactful than others, but be sure to, you know, pay attention to what day it is when you're jumping on to grind out some games, because it seems like regardless of what playlist you're in, things are going to be looking a little bit festive, to say the least. But yeah, that said, that's what Raven ended up revealing about the upcoming daily updates for Warzone, and that's going to wrap things up for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, feel free to do so. That way you can always guarantee you are up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.